Okay, get this. In 2025, Savannah Guthrie, one of the absolute top anchors on TV, she confesses this major career regret, her single most embarrassing moment.
Wow, okay. What was it?
It all stemmed from one single question she fired off at Khloe Kardashian like way back over a decade ago.
Oh, I think I remember something about that. Vaguely.
Yeah, well, it took 13 years, but this public confession, this apology, it basically paved the way for this huge kind of high-stakes reconciliation moment.
Hmm. Interesting. So it wasn't just like a simple, I'm sorry. It was more strategic.
Exactly. This was like the ceasefire after a long narrative war. We're looking at how a painful celebrity story evolved and how these two, well, media power players finally managed to close the book on it.
Right.
Welcome to Starscope Report. We're the place you come to get the real story behind the Hollywood headlines, the music biz drama, all that influencer stuff.
And today, we're really digging into how a top broadcast journalist and a reality TV icon basically performed this public apology and forgiveness. It's a masterclass, really.
We're going to unpack that shocking question from back then, the really dark rumors that fueled it. Yeah, we have to talk about the O.J. Simpson theory.
Oh, yeah, that one. Persistent.
And how Khloe Kardashian honestly just executed this brilliant move in controlling her own story to finally, put it all to bed.
Okay, I'm hooked. What's the angle here?
Stick with us, because we're going to reveal the actual technical reason this thing called the hard out in live TV that pretty much forced Guthrie's hand in asking the question so bluntly.
The production side of things. Okay.
And the irony, how Khloe and Savannah kind of found this common ground over their shared battles with demanding TV producers. It's fascinating.
All right, let's rewind. Set the scene.
Okay, so picture it. 2012, the Today Show set. Savannah Guthrie, she admits this later, she was pretty new, a naive green anchor, still kind of finding her sea legs in that huge role.
A lot of pressure, I imagine.
Immense. And then you have Khloe Kardashian. By 2012, she's no rookie. She's a seasoned reality television star. She knows the game, the media, the whole circus.
Right, she's used to the spotlight, the intrusive questions.
Totally. But the key thing here is the pressure Guthrie was under from her own team. She said later she felt kind of pushed, maybe even told by producers to ask something dishy.
The classic make it go viral demand.
Exactly. They needed a clip, something grabby, even if it wasn't the most journalistically sound thing to do.
Which leads us to the hard out. Explain that for people who might not know TV jargon.
So a hard out in live TV is basically the absolute non-negotiable end of a segment. Like the clock hits 0, you're going to commercial, period. No wiggle room.
It's a hard deadline, literally.
Right. And Guthrie, knowing she had to ask this awkward question the producers wanted, she makes this tactical decision, a gamble, really.
What did she do?
She decided to use that ticking clock. She waited until the absolute final 10 seconds of the interview slot.
Okay. Why? What was the thinking there?
Her thinking, as she explained later, was that the hard out would cut things off immediately. No time for follow-up, no time for Khloe to really react on air, maybe contain the awkwardness. Just ask it, and boom, commercial break.
A calculated risk.
A calculated and, as she says, regrettable journalistic act. Because what actually happened, it made it worse. Rushing a question that personal, that sensitive into 10 seconds, it just amplified how crude it felt.
Yeah, it removed any chance for context or, careful framing. Just blunt fare.
The producers got their moment, sure, but it cost Khloe, and it clearly haunted Guthrie.
So what was the exact question in that moment?
With the crew literally counting down her earpiece, she goes, "And Khloe, what about this rumor that Robert Kardashian's not really your father?"
Oof. Wow, just laid it out there.
Yeah, and Khloe's reaction, honestly, pretty impressive under pressure. Guthrie remembers Khloe giving this kind of poised brush off, like, nothing to it. Guthrie said it saved her butt because it let them hit the brake cleanly.
But other people remember it differently.
Yeah, some reports say Khloe had a bit more bite, maybe a sarcastic deflection, like, I don't know who my daddy is, I guess.
Either way, she handled it professionally on camera.
Absolutely. Managed the moment, protected herself, but, that had to sting. For Khloe, maybe just another day dealing with the press, but for Guthrie, it instantly became this, career low point.
Because of the lack of time. The crudeness forced by the format.
Exactly. She felt she couldn't do her job ethically because of that hard-out pressure.
Okay, but that question, however crude the delivery, it wasn't plucked from thin air, right?
Yeah.
There was a history there.
No, definitely not. It was floating around for years.
Let's talk about that persistent shadow, the stuff that allowed that question to even be considered by producers.
Where did it start? Well, part of it was just, people looking at photos, saying Khloe looked different from her sisters, taller, different features than Robert Kardashian Sr., basic. Kind of mean-spirited gossip, really.
But gossip needs fuel to become a major rumor.
And the fuel came directly from Kris Jenner. In her own book, her autobiography, she admitted she was unfaithful during her marriage to Robert Sr.
Ah, okay. That definitely opens the door for speculation.
Big time. It gave tabloids a foundation to build this whole narrative of doubt around Khloe's paternity.
And that led to naming names, right? The OJ connection being the big one.
The biggest, yeah. Because Robert Sr. was OJ's friend, and crucially, on his defense team during that trial, the connection was already there, just incredibly sensational.
That rumor had serious legs for a long time.
It did, until OJ himself felt he had to shut it down. In 2019, he put out that Twitter video saying very clearly, "The simple facts of the matter is she is not mine."
Wow, okay.
Yep.
Who else was in the mix?
There was Alex Roldan, Chris's old hairdresser. People would compare photos, saying there was an uncanny resemblance. Other names got thrown around too. Todd Waterman, I think, even Lionel Richie at some point.
Just a whirlwind of
But
speculation.
here's where it gets really complex, kind of darkly fascinating.
Let's face-
While Khloe was genuinely distressed by all this, the family, well, they used it. They actually wove the paternity drama into Keeping Up with the Kardashians.
Wait, really? They put it on the show.
Oh, yeah. Full storylines, episodes where they discuss Khloe maybe taking a paternity test, which she always refused to do in the end,
So they were complaining about the rumors publicly.
while simultaneously turning that exact personal pain into content, into ratings, monetizing the trauma, essentially.
That is quite the paradox. Masters of spinning everything, even their own difficult stuff.
It really highlights that complex machine. But through it all, Khloe never wavered on her truth.
Which was?
Robert Kardashian Sr. is her father. Period. Biology aside, that's her dad, the one who raised her. End of story.
Now, Robert Sr. felt the same way, didn't he? There was that quote.
Yes, from his friend, Pastor Ken Gullickson, he revealed Robert Sr. shut down any talk of a test, saying, "Whoever her father is, she is my child." Powerful statement.
That really anchors Khloe's perspective. Okay, so let's jump forward. 2012's toxic mess to 2025's reconciliation. Why then? Why did it take 13 years?
I think it comes down to what we could call parallel evolution. Both women had to reach a certain point in their careers and maybe personal lives.
How so?
Well, Guthrie wasn't that green anchor anymore, right? At 2025, she's a titan. Respected, secure. She could apologize from a position of strength and real reflection, not desperation. She had the clout to admit a mistake.
Okay, that makes sense. And Khloe?
Same trajectory, different field. She wasn't just a reality star. She's a mogul with a good American, a mother seen as resilient. She'd built her own power base so she could respond from a place of, earned maturity and confidence.
So it was a meeting of equals, in a way, both having weathered storms and come out stronger.
Exactly. It wasn't the same power dynamic as 2012 at all. And the way the reconciliation actually happened, super interesting strategy.
Tell me about it. How did it play out?
Guthrie makes her big confession, her apology, on the Today Show. Legacy Media, very official, gives it weight.
All right, the establishment platform.
But Khloe, she pulls a masterstroke. No press release, no exclusive sit-down interview.
What does she do?
She comments, but not even on her own massive Instagram account. She drops her response on a fan page, Cards Catch Up, that had posted about Guthrie's apology.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Okay, why? That seems subtle.
It's brilliant. By using a fan page, it feels organic, authentic, like she's just chatting with her community. It bypasses the whole formal media apparatus.
And it makes her look gracious, less like a calculated PR response.
Totally. Maximum impact, because that comment instantly became the story, but with this feeling of intimacy. Super savvy.
And what did she actually say in the comment?
It was all about character and accountability. First, she called Guthrie a doll, then added the key line, "It takes a big person to take accountability, and I just love her."
Wow. That completely reframes the whole narrative, doesn't it?
Completely. It turns that awful 2012 gotcha moment into this story about growth, respect, taking responsibility, closure.
And you mentioned earlier there might be this unspoken layer connecting them. The producer pressure.
Yeah, I think that's got to be part of the subtext. Guthrie felt forced by producers into that question, and Khloe has talked openly about being pressured by her show's producers, like being pushed to talk about her dad's death on camera before she felt ready.
So they both understand that feeling of being a pawn in the TV game sometimes.
Exactly. That
Yeah.
shared experience of navigating the let's be honest, often ruthless machinery of television production, that probably created a foundation for mutual understanding, even if they never discussed it directly.
It adds another layer to the reconciliation. It wasn't just about the question, maybe, but about recognizing a shared professional reality.
I think so. So, yeah, that 2025 exchange, it totally flipped the script on 2012.
Yeah.
What was just a cringy, regrettable moment became this symbol of growth and accountability.
A pretty remarkable turnaround over 13 years.
So, here's the final thought for you to chew on. The original problem, the journalistic sin, was Guthrie using that technical hard out to dodge depth, right? Sacrificing nuance for a quick hit.
Right, the pressure won out over process.
But the reconciliation, that only happened when both women were at the absolute peak of their power, secure enough to choose depth, choose authenticity, choose grace.
Hmm.
So what does it really say about the entertainment industry, about media, that maybe you have to reach the very top before you feel safe enough to admit you messed up, or to offer forgiveness publicly without fear it'll be twisted or used against you?
That's a heavy question. It suggests vulnerability is a luxury afforded only by power in that world. The old story was dictated by network needs. The new one was finally written by the women themselves.
Powerful closure indeed.
Yeah.
You've been listening to Starscope Report, where Jordan and Jamie uncover the stories shaping Hollywood, music, and pop culture. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll catch you next time.